Join me every Tuesday for fun and games and play for cash. That's right. Sylvia Mid, the fun word guessing game is back and you can come aboard and play. It's simple. Just email us your name and contact information and you are in there, baby. Yeah.
Hey, it is Smooth Tim and Larry E, and thank you for joining us on another hump day on Tidbits. What's going on, Larry E?
Chilling, man, chilling. You good?
Are you guys really chilling down there? We're chilling up north, I'll tell you. It's actually starting. It's actually starting to kind of be chilly in the morning.
For Texas, this is cold. I don't think it broke 100, so I think we was around high to mid 90s. But we didn't break 100, so this is
cold spell all over. Then apparently,
shoot, everybody outside in the park,
just
riding
enjoying
bikes,
it,
exercising. Yeah,
enjoying it. You better believe it, man. You absolutely better believe it. Anyhow, hey, man. As we always like to promise and keeping everybody up to what's going on around the world. I think you may have heard, and most everybody's heard about now the Pennsylvania prisoner that escaped, right? He walked up the side wall of this jail, or prison actually.
Yeah, I saw that.
See that? Yeah. And he's on the run, and the dude is still on the run. So what's it been, like a week?
They'll catch him.
Yeah, it's been, apparently they're having a hard time. Check this video out and then let's talk about this guy. I mean, I'm giving him some props because I cannot freaking believe that he eluded them this long.
At 10:10 p.m., a call was received from a resident on Coventryville Road indicating a short Hispanic male, no shirt and wearing dark pants, had entered his garage while the homeowner was in it, and that he grabbed a .22 rifle that was leaning in the corner of the garage. The homeowner drew a pistol and fired at Cavalcante as he fled with the rifle. Cavalcante is considered armed and extremely dangerous.
This morning, police are asking residents to stay inside, to lock their doors and monitor their home cameras. That left picture there is the latest we have in terms of how he now looks as he's clean shaven. All the local schools are closed.
So we have this roughly 8 square mile perimeter now, Anna. We have plane and helicopters going overhead. We know that around 500 law enforcement officers right now are mobilized, including K-9 units. Now, authorities believe that he's just trying to survive at this point and avoid being captured, but they do believe that he knows this area. My colleague George Solis had asked at the press conference what went wrong here. How is he continuing to be able to evade capture? And state police said nothing has gone wrong here. They have the perimeter. They believe he's in this area, and they say no perimeter is 100%, Anna.
That's always nice, right? Yeah, we think we got him, but he knows this area, and he's got a gun with a rifle scoop, right? But don't worry.
Yeah. Cavalcante. All right. He's Hispanic.
Yeah. He looks Hispanic to me.
Okay, it's good luck on that. It's going to be tough catching Hispanic people when they escape because they know how to survive. They got a bunch of cousins. I don't give a damn. This is America. I don't give a damn where you going in America. You're going to find Hispanic people. You're going to find them.
You trying to be racist or you just trying to be factual? What's up with that?
Yeah, I'm just saying. We talking about America. He might be in Mexico.
Yeah. I doubt he got that far already. You know, he may be. Apparently, they had that he's made contact with friends, so they're narrowing down his options. You know,
they're not gonna snitch on him.
But family ain't got to snitch. But they're trying to eliminate all the other options that he may have at his fingertips, and we'll see. I mean, yeah, he's been on the bounce for a week, so damn, you know.
Yeah, I hope he's not. What if he went to jail for? If he was guilty of it, because you know how
murder.
We are in this
yeah,
country.
he's there on a murder because he stabbed his girlfriend to death.
Oh, well,
I mean, the guy's got some issues. So I mean, if he's got a rifle with a what did they say, a scope and a light on it. So I mean, he's not going to hesitate on shooting somebody. I mean, what's he got to lose?
He might have no ammo, but they need to put him back in jail because he's a bad actor. Let's get this guy back in here. I thought if he was in jail for some weed or something like that, man, I'm like, he need to get this dude and let him free. He need to get out, but stabbing his girlfriend and no.
Yeah, he's a little bit on
smoking weed or something, a weed charge. Yeah, he need to be out, but no, he need to be in there. But I'm just saying, Hispanic people don't snitch.
That's
We're
right.
in America, and the Hispanic people are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Man. So good luck.
Hey man, I know you're. Wait, before we move on. Well, we're done with. We can done talk about this prisoners. You watch the football games? Did you watch? Rodgers just take it 4 plays down and out for the rest of the season with New York.
Okay, let me ask you this: did you see that part?
Yeah.
What happened?
The guy kind of tackled him from behind, kind of like rolled over him, and apparently it tore his left Achilles tendon.
Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah, that's a career-ending injury, man. Kobe Bryant had one. You don't at his age, it's rare that he recovers from that. I have a ruptured ACL. They told me I had a ruptured ACL on my knee right now, and I have meniscus tears. They told me that they just gave me a brace like the $1 Million Man brace, one of those super braces, and said you're too old to have operation on your ACL. So I'm gonna be with a brace for the rest of my life after I have my my other meniscus surgeries. Yeah,
I mean, his season's definitely over, and his career
is over. He needs to retire. It's football. If Kobe Bryant couldn't recover from that, no one can. Kobe Bryant tried. KD recovered, but no, bro. At his age, what is 40, almost 40 or something like that?
Yeah, he's getting up there, and any type of recovery is going to take him a minute.
He ain't gonna come back from that.
So anyhow, and
I'm looking forward to them playing Dallas because Dallas is gonna be the.
What happened? Wait, but what happened to Kansas City? I mean,
I saw some of that game.
What happened?
And who did they play again?
What?
Detroit.
What happened?
Detroit has always had a decent team.
What happened when Detroit showed? They gave him a wake up call, though. I mean, Detroit's not the greatest team, but they sure gave him a damn wake up call.
Yeah, and the Jets had a decent team. Now Buffalo should have won, but they had too many turnovers. It goes to show you, they have a great defense.
Right.
The defense has been good the last couple of years, but now hopefully they put it together because the Jets used to be good when they had who was that? Joe Theismann back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Not Theismann.
Yeah, so
now you made me forget.
Yeah, Jets used to be good, so I like to see those old school teams.
They had Namath a long time ago.
Start showing them that those franchises come back. So, but it was some shocking. Texas beat Alabama.
I know. Everything's looking good.
That was a great game, man.
A lot of good games. Anyhow, hey, let's move on and let's talk about. Earlier in the year we talked about a weaker speaker, right? With Kevin McCarthy in the House Speaker, and how the what do you want to call them, the Chaos Caucus, or the Freedom Caucus, whatever they want to call themselves. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, those group of clowns. And when they held the speaker position hostage, do this or else, right? That's when they voted how many zillions of times. But anyhow, let's move on. Let's listen to something that happened over their first day back, and what their main concern is, as far as, taking care of what's going on in America.
And from Florida, Mr. Gaetz for 5 minutes.
On this very floor in January, the whole world witnessed a historic contest for House Speaker. I rise today to serve notice. Mr. Speaker, you are out of compliance with the agreement that allowed you to assume this role. The path forward for the House of Representatives is to either bring you into immediate total compliance or remove you pursuant to a motion to vacate the chair.
So what does a weaker speaker do?
Biden used his official office to coordinate with Hunter Biden's business partners about Hunter's role in Burisma, a Ukrainian energy company. Finally, despite these serious allegations, it appears that the president's family has been offered special treatment by Biden's own administration, treatment that not otherwise would have received if they were not related to the president. These are allegations of abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption, and they warrant further investigation by the House of Representatives. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public. That's exactly what we want to know, the answers. I believe the president would want to answer these questions and allegations as well. This effort will be led by Chairman James Comer at the Committee on Oversight, in coordination with Chairman Jim Jordan for Judiciary Committee and Chairman Jason Smith on Ways and Means.
Well, that was not a big-ass surprise now, was it?
We talked about that, man. We're too smart for our own podcast. We're too smart for America. We can see this stuff coming, man. That's what usually happens, man. Instead of just focusing on the real problem, they create another problem in their own mind, and then they give that problem to the American people, and they use their platform like the social media to just completely destroy or put up a smoke screen from their problem.
Right, and
Crazy.
It approaches when they should be concerned about more important things. September 30th is the end of the spending deadline, the extension, right? They extended everything.
They're talking about closing the government again, I think.
So they're talking about closing the government again, and you're talking about what? Throwing mud back at Biden, that something maybe or maybe not, you can hang on the guy, right? It might stick, it might not stick with this Hunter Biden shit, and was he involved in this? Think about the economy, right? That's what you really should be thinking about, keeping your government operational. And, and some of the things that are going to happen if, you hit that September 30th deadline and you don't do jack shit.
What kills me, too, about this whole thing, Tim? We deal with this kind of thing within our families and our personal circle. We deal with people talking crap, hating, and this and this and this. You would think that we have these senators, these vice presidents, congressmen, all this crap. They're on a higher level. They're in charge of our government. They're in charge of our economy. They're in charge of our well-being. They're sitting there mudslinging and acting like kids and immature and ghetto-ass family folk.
Right, threatening. There you go. Because we told you, and that was part of our deal. And if you don't do it was part of our deal, and let's go to impeach Biden, and we're gonna recall your Speaker of the House, and what? That's childhood.
It seems like impeachment is a trend now. It seems like this is going to be our culture. It seems like every president moving forward from Donald Trump, somehow, some way, there's going to be some kind of impeachment discussion because somebody didn't get what they wanted. Somebody's throwing the
tried Obama, right?
I didn't get this. Let's impeach him.
Didn't they try to impeach
Ridiculous.
Obama? They've tried to impeach. Obama and Clinton, and I mean,
well, they did.
Yeah, the list goes on. You think about it, you're right, Larry.
They didn't try to impeach Bush, no.
It's almost an impeach culture.
Clinton did was getting hid in the Oval Office. You know what I'm saying? So,
now that you bring that to the attention, my attention,
he just happened to be a black dude.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does seem to be a culture thing that let's impeach the president. Because we don't like what he's doing and what he said.
Our nation, which is one of the greatest nations in the world, everyone is looking at us. Every culture is looking at us. Every culture has loved the things we're doing when it comes to the music, when it comes to the style. They're looking at our politics, and we look soft as shit right now. We look soft as hell. We look like a bunch of spoiled brats that can't have their way. If they don't have their way, they start mudslinging and pointing fingers and calling names. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, well, in a lot of different ways. But you know what? What I want to really focus on is some of the other things these morons are going to cause. And, besides the fallout of, the government closing, there's other different types of things that are going to be ending on the 30th. And one of them is, the Help with the Child Care Act.
Ben, they say that 70,000 childcare programs could close, and that would leave more than 3 million children without their care. This study is actually coming from a liberal think tank called the Century Foundation. Federal funding from the American Rescue Plan is expected to end September 30th, and that money was the only thing keeping many childcare centers afloat. The study even breaks it down by state. Almost 90,000 children are expected to lose their care in Tennessee, with almost 1,200 child care programs expected to close. In Kentucky, this could affect 41,000 children, with more than 500 programs at risk of closing. The child care industry was already in a crisis before the pandemic, with low wages and high turnover, and it costs parents on average over $10,000 annually. So losing this funding is expected to have a ripple effect of care centers needing to cut employees or closing down altogether. And this will then mean parents will have to leave the workforce or reduce their hours to care for their kids, which translate to more than $10 billion of lost economic activity for states. Experts say there is still a need, or an urgent need, for federal and state funding to step up. And there is also a great need, of course, for more affordable options for families for childcare. Back to you.
It's a bunch of bullshit. Stop sending money to fucking Ukraine and start putting money back in America and taking care of our children in childcare. We need parents, mothers, and fathers at work to continue to move this economy forward. I don't get it. I don't get it. See, everything she said, it didn't make no sense, because millions of dollars are being sent to Ukraine for a war that's not even a war.
Right.
I don't care what ties we got with them. No disrespect to Ukraine, but I'm saying we have problems here. It's like me being a father. It's like you being a father or a husband, and you go out and take funds from your household to give to another household, to another man, to another woman, and now your household is failing. Who does that? What American does that? So it goes to show you that they give us a rat ass about us, the people that are paying the taxes, that are keeping the economy going and this country afloat. They ain't got to worry about child care, Tim. You know why? Because they're rich as fuck.
Right. I can understand being charitable to your neighbor, and extending, as much as you can, i.e. in the Ukraine. I understand what you're saying. But when is enough when you have this particular situation being created at home because of your generosity elsewhere?
Well, Tim, I'm a brother. I'm a man. Okay, so that means that no matter what race and ethnicity any other man is, I'm a man just like them, man, just like you. Forget my color. Forget me being a brother. I'm a man. And we was always taught as men, when you got a family, you take care of home first. The majority of the guys that's running this country are guys. They're not taking care of home first. That means that since you're up there, we're basically their children. All of us under the Senate, the government, the White House, all that shit, we're their children. Somehow, some way, they supposed to take care of us. They're not. They taking care of other people in another side. For what reason, they haven't even told us. We're going to support the war. They need help. No, we need help.
Oh, for trade or for whatever particular reason, because of this particular
this
resource.
Big world, but why they depending on us? We got this big old gigantic world. All these other countries out there.
But I said, we have tit for tat, but I agree. Again, when is enough?
Yeah, we need to start being. America got to start being selfish.
Sometimes you need to be a little bit selfish. Sometimes you do
take care of home, man.
Yep. When I can understand there needs to be.
The children childcare. Can you imagine how it's going to affect? What if you went to college for get your doctorate or master's, and you got your dream job, but you got to stay at home and take care of your son and daughter?
You're talking about 3 million children that could be, without child care because of the loss of this particular funding, which I agree with funding, because you do need to give parents the opportunity to work.
Taxpayers
does that make sense?
Utilize food stamps even more than people who don't pay taxes. Taxpayers should have breaks that allow them to have subsidies other than them going to work every day and that's it. It's like taxpayers have no subsidies. Everybody outside of a taxpayer has subsidies. These government subsidies take care of all these other people. Some people are in need. Don't get me wrong, I'm being insensitive. But what about the people that are just providing those funds for the subsidies? When do we get a kickback?
Hey, what's your return on investment?
More taxes, and no child care, no job.
So your return on investment should be
interest rates
that you
going up,
have
markets
child care
going up.
investing to you so that you can be productive to society and contribute, and not just sponge off of society sitting there because, well, I guess I'll stay at home and sponge what I can because I can't do shit because you're taking everything away from me. So now I'll be a different type of strain on the system.
Man, they owe us, bro.
That makes sense.
They owe us, man. It's so sad. It's wrong.
But everything's always about money. Speaking of which, guess who made a trip to go see Vladimir Putin? Well, Kim Jong-un decided it might be economically feasible for him to go visit Vladimir, see if they can make a deal.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un arrived in Russia today. That's according to Russian state media. He arrived in the country's far eastern region and is set to meet with President Vladimir Putin. The two leaders are expected to talk about supplying weapons for Moscow to use in its war against Ukraine. And Kim will likely want a few things in return. CBS News.
Now, when Kim and Putin meet, which we were expecting sometime today, but it's starting to get a little late there, and we're hearing that it could mean that the two leaders will meet tomorrow, that they will be discussing a lot of things. But as you so correctly point out, arms, arms, and more arms. Russia is desperate for shells and ammunition, and that is something North Korea has an awful lot of. We're here in Dnipro, which is just a few hours' drive from the front line, where both Ukraine and Russia have just been firing huge amounts of ammunition, huge amounts of shelling, and that is why Russia is so desperate for them. As for North Korea, as you rightly point out, it also wants a lot of things, and this is a country which is extremely impoverished. Kim Jong-un needs food aid, he needs hard cash, but I think what he also really wants from Vladimir Putin is advanced weapons technology, most notably the software for nuclear submarines and for satellites as well.
Okay, go back to
All right, man. Anyhow, Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, what do you think? Did that surprise you?
Two things I see. Like I say, one thing I see that the United States is in for another war. I don't know if it's going to be World War III or desert shit, whatever. I don't know what kind of war it's going to be, but it's coming because those two people are getting together. So we see what's happening. You see what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
America is sending stuff to Ukraine against that fight, and then they're already beefing with the Asian people.
Yep. Right.
Okay, so we're seeing that we're combining together. So the United States is next. We are okay. And then on top of that, they're saying they need certain things from each other. And then the Asian side, they're saying that they need food assistance.
Right.
Stop building missiles and blowing them up. Then you have money for food, dumbasses.
Yeah, stop spending all your money on missiles and blowing shit up.
Yeah, and then if you want to start a war with a sovereign country, then you would have money to use on technology. But you over there starting a war for some reason over a land dispute. This ain't the United States again back in the 1600s when they came in here against the Indians and the French and Indian War and all that, British and all that crap. Come on, man, grow up. I'm like, it's like life is a cycle, repeats itself over and over.
Oh, absolutely it does.
But then the crazy part about it is these idiots are playing chess with the people's money and the people's lives.
Again, you can be doing better things. These two countries can be doing things better with their money. Not just the U.S. can be doing better things with their money and with the resources available to them. There's two more: Russia, North Korea, all these countries. You can do better than putting it into some type of armament and spending all your money on this when you got people that are starving and all you can think about is killing the guy next door to you.
Yeah, and then all of them are into it together. If you notice that all of them are together. You never notice a country saying, I'm not with that. We're doing something different. We're supporting our people. Our country is it might be the few countries, I don't know the numbers. We might have to do the research, but I know for a fact there's not too many countries out there that are people-based, taking care of their people, their cultures, taking care of their societies. There's not too many countries out there. But what I did notice is anytime you have leaders where other people can be involved in your country, other than how can I say it? When you have other people trying to invest in your country and you're looking for money instead of looking to take care of your people, you got problems. See, these leaders are looking for investments in the country. They're not looking to take care of their country.
Right. Yeah. In that regard, you're right. Yeah, they should be looking for. Yeah, they should be the entrepreneur looking for people to invest in their country.
Or investing in the people in the country.
Right.
But they're looking for investors outside of the country to invest in the country. And of course, they're going to say, "I give you this, give me that." Trade and embargo, the whole nine, everything when it comes to all kinds of stuff. It's all,
then it ends up to being,
like I say, we taxpayers end up suffering from everything.
And then we end up with a autocratic, dictatorship type of a person that wants to come in and, rule the world. I.e., we got another one coming up.
We got that here. It's just that they try to be smart about it. Republicans, Democrats, we let y'all vote. It doesn't matter. You can let us vote all you want. They still, all of them are in it together. It's a game.
And it amazes me. You're right, and it does cycle back. I listen to speeches from and I hate to even sit there and say you look at some speeches that Adolf Hitler put out, and it's always. They're against us. They're against me. I'm here for you. I'm just in the way, and it's all the left-wing, fascist, democratic, pigs that are causing all the problems, and I'm here to solve it all for you. How often you hear that bullshit?
It's the same old story. It's a lie. It's a scam. It's a scam, bro. I'm just saying, all of them into it together because at the end of the day, I've never seen a broke politician.
No, you're not going to.
Never. They're not stupid. They're not going to jeopardize their bag to make sure I get my bag and you get your bag. No, they're not.
Look, but let's listen to some rhetoric that just came out of Mr. Trump's mouth last weekend at the Turning Point convention about how he feels about when he gets voted back into office and how his regime, his office, will take care of everybody who is, I guess, maybe against him. Payback's a bitch, I guess.
But never forget, our enemies want to stop us because we are the only ones, and that's all of you and me, we're all working together. Who can stop them? We're the only ones that can stop them. They want to take away my freedom because I will never let them take away your freedom. It's very simple. They want to silence me because I will never let them silence you. And in the end, they're not after me, they're after you, and I just happen to be standing in their way. That's true. We are a failing nation. We are a nation in decline. And now these radical left lunatics want to interfere with our elections by using law enforcement. It's totally corrupt, and we won't let it happen. 2024 is our final battle. With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalists. We will cast out the communists, Marxists, fascists. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. And we will rout the fake news media. We will defeat crooked Joe Biden, and we will drain the swamp once and for all.
What is he talking about, man? The crooked, corrupt cops that he was supporting. Now he's not condoning their activities.
The people he put into office, one of them's a judge that he put into that particular position, and now they're a commie, left-wing, Nazi, I don't know.
He said the communists, he said I'm like, who's left? Republicans only. Only people he didn't name was Republicans. That's the only. It's the only thing left, other than all them political parties or whatever. That's the only part of the Republic. He said everybody. I'm like, everybody feeds off each other. All those parties he named all feed off each other. All of them somehow make money off.
Yes, they do. But it's just that entire rhetoric, it's just like, I've done nothing. And we've said before, how many times on this show, with everything that he's being charged with, we didn't tell you to go, try to boink Stormy Daniels, right? We didn't tell you to give her some payola money to shut her up. We didn't tell you to, come up with some type of scam where you're ripping people off, with your tax loopholes in your businesses now that you're being investigated. We didn't tell you to do that. Did you? I didn't tell him to call Georgia.
I cannot believe that every president that we had in the United States in our office has been clean. We have had presidents back when it first started that had slaves and supported slavery. All I'm saying is he got caught doing pretty much 90% of everything he did wrong.
Don't lie.
The other presidents didn't. Hey, they done did some lucrative deals. They done did some bullshit. They done did some stuff. He got caught pretty much doing everything, but he was doing that before he got into office. He never should have been there. He brought what he did outside of office into office and continued to carry it on, moving forward.
I just get tired of them lying about it all the time, Larry. Quit lying about it all the time. You did. So you boinked a porn star while your wife was pregnant, right? Isn't that when it happened? Melania was.
I'm just saying, every president we had has not been squeaky clean.
You're right.
We know that. We're men. We know that if we can get away with it, and not get caught, damn it, we probably gonna.
But he's big time full of it. Come on.
I ain't saying what, but I'm saying if it's some bullshit, I can probably get away with this shit. But if we can't, we ain't gonna do it. If we do, we ain't telling nobody shit if we don't trust him. Trump tweeted everything, talked too damn much. It's on him.
No, I told you. I think I've told our viewers a million times before. It's not a lot of his agenda was all that bad. It was just his mouth and the way he treats other people. Is just come on. You can't exploit women and think it's a joke. You can't sit there and, make a mockery out of a person who's disabled, the reporter a lot of the different things. Come on. What is wrong with you?
It flies in Hollywood, but it doesn't fly as a president.
Right.
So
that's
he brought the same mentality and attitude as a president, and that's why people hate him. People still
That's why I have no respect for him. I don't say I hate the guy. I just have no respect. He gets no respect.
A lot of motherfuckers, but a lot of black people hate Trump. And they have no apparent reason to hate him. They just hate him because all the shit that's been going on with the negativity and then him being a white guy and then all that crap. It's just a black.
Yeah, it just adds to the fuel, right?
Yeah. Other than that, like I say, I knew Trump before he became president, and I'm like, this dude is funny. I like this dude, and I ain't know his backstory. I ain't know all his other things he got going on. I don't know if he's racist or not, but like I liked him off of what I've seen. But I never liked him as a president because he just didn't fit in.
He doesn't make it. I agree. No, he doesn't.
He'd never be a president again. I like him. I'm like, I didn't vote for him, and I never will vote for him. But I'm probably gonna vote against him because I don't know, man. I ain't gonna vote for him.
Hey, man, let's move on to some of this craziness. Sometimes, some people take some things a little too far, and apparently, this guy in New Jersey, I don't know why he didn't like the pool across the street at the hotel, but he used a drone to sabotage it, and this is
together. And
interesting.
police say the motive is unclear. The chief says he's never seen anything like this. He also says there could be more victims out there. Sandra Woolston is the general manager of the Quality Inn in Galloway Township. She noticed something strange happening at the pool back in June, and she knew it wasn't algae.
And I saw it totally green, and I was like, oh, wow, what is going on? So we saw a dye pack in the bottom of the pool, and we didn't know what it was.
They had the pool drained and cleaned, but she said it continued to happen about a dozen times over the course of the summer. Guests were disappointed each time, and it cost the hotel thousands of dollars.
The girls are standing here like, oh my God, we want to go swim. Some of them were crying. I was like, are you kidding me? I myself cried. I went into my office and I had a meltdown.
Meanwhile, in Absecon, police got a similar call from a homeowner in August.
We had a resident who was enjoying time in his pool and saw a drone flying over top and the drone actually dropped something in his pool that made his pool turn green immediately.
The green stuff was sea dye, normally used by search and rescue teams, and it can be damaging to pools. On Friday, police say the drone was spotted over the Quality Inn again, and this time, with help from the FAA, the drone was tracked back to this business across the White Horse Pike. Police arrested the business owner, Patrick Spina. He's now facing multiple counts of criminal mischief. Police think they've just scratched the surface.
I would encourage anyone who has had any similar instances throughout the summer, if their pool turned a different color, to reach out to your local jurisdiction so that we can assist you in investigating these incidents.
Yeah, crazier than hell. Somebody driving a drone over your property, dropping dye packs in your pool, turning it green and shit. Like, what? Who does that?
The asshole of the week.
He's a definite contender for asshole of the week. It's like
he got to pay a lot of money for that too. Watch, he's going to be paying, and it's a business. Oh, he's fucked. Or he or she, the business owners, are screwed. But I want to mention this: the reporter, she works out. She has nice shoulders.
Oh, I wasn't. You'd notice something like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you can
that
tell
girl
she
works
in the
out,
gym
man.
doing her thing. shout out to the reporter. Her shoulders look nice. She had the traps and everything, but that company is probably going to lose a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
Company.
How much does it cost to drain a pool?
Oh, those charges are going to go to the company.
Right.
Everything is going. They're going to sue them. It's going to be a civil lawsuit. Am I right? Civil?
I would have to say civil because, I mean, their insurance
civil
isn't going to
lawsuit.
pay
They're
for
going to
it.
sue the hell out their
What are
company.
you going to claim it's an accident?
Other people don't come up and say.
Try to cover it up my homeowners. Let me see if my homeowners covers this. Let me check.
Hey, it'd be the Me Too thing. Remember, all the women were saying that they got touched by Bill Cosby or they raped by Bill Cosby. Now it's going to be the pool thing. Me too. Me too.
I'm just looking to see if I got this in the clause in my insurance so I can cover the cost of the pool.
Oh, I'm finna get. They bought a.
They're gonna eat him up, man.
Is gonna sue them civilly, and they're gonna get all kinds of money back because every time they drain the pool, it's probably a couple thousand, and you got to replace the water and chlorine.
Yeah, that's just in water.
Yeah.
Besides, you'd have to scrub it and everything else. How do you know what that stuff really was?
Ooh, yeah. So, yes, definitely.
I mean, it could be contaminated.
But I don't think it was the business. I don't know. It ain't my business. All I'm saying, we're reporting the news. The people that did it, the company responsible, they're going to get sued and lose a lot of money. That's what they get. And they should be assholes of the week. If not, they're a runner-up.
They're runner-up. Oh, no, yeah, I mean, they're runner-up. Because.
She has some nice shoulders. I think she
because.
In the gym.
You think she got nice shoulders?
I know she got to do some. She probably do CrossFit.
She could be a CrossFit person. Who knows? But, better yet, and we're getting close to being in our ass all. Have you seen the brazenness of some of these porch thieves nowadays? Not just grabbing it off your porch and running, but
he's the porch pirate who's so brazen he doesn't even get as far as the porch. Watch again. He actually snatches the package right out of the FedEx driver's hands, then takes off.
I'm sorry, I'm shaking.
The delivery woman tells the homeowner in Richmond, Virginia, what happened.
He walked with me all the way to here, then grabbed it out of my hand, ran to his car, and set off. And I'm hoping you got it on your Ring doorbell.
The homeowner does what she can to offer comfort.
You want to come in? No, I'm good. I appreciate it. I just wanted to let you know that the package was done.
And yes, the Ring camera did catch the entire incident with clear video of the wanted thief.
Watch, he takes it, he sold it, and takes it to his white BMW, and I'm running back to my car to get my phone.
So, what was in the package?
That was a $1,600 iPad for my husband.
Jessica Sines is the homeowner. What was your reaction to seeing that Ring camera video?
I couldn't believe it that this guy was right in front of my door. I don't feel secure now. I don't feel safe.
FedEx says we are working with local authorities as they investigate this incident.
Right out of her hand and shit. I'm like, damn.
Had to be a brother. Pretty sure they used the N-word 4 or 5 times.
Did she? I didn't hear her say that.
No, they didn't say it on the camera, but
under her breath.
behind the scenes when it happened. This
that was crazy.
I was walking to the door,
I couldn't believe it. She walks up. She didn't even have the chance to put it down on the porch, Larry.
I was hoping it wasn't gonna be her brother doing that.
Didn't even have a chance to put her down on the porch yet. She's just in the motion. She's ready. It's like an NFL move, right?
Well, no, he didn't look like he was in pretty good shape. I can tell the way he was running.
Guy snatched it out of her hand.
Yeah, his
Gone the other way.
Pretty tight. He didn't have a good stride length. You know, if she was in shape, she could have ran him down. But
$1,400 iPad. Pooh.
Yeah.
Sounds like he got the better end of the deal.
He got lucky because one of his some house shoes.
It was some house shoes or some women's underwear or something.
Rejoice or some shit. Some house shoes. Lord rejoice. House shoes.
You know, some strawberry douche or something.
How would it want to scam? One of she had that happen, and then she said it got stolen, and then she ordered another one.
It was all on Ring. It never really happened. Yeah.
When she did it, recorded
Somebody
it,
went
got another
50-50
one,
with
sent
her
it to
on
her.
it.
There you go. Get another one. Come
Conspiracy
on, bro. It could be
theory.
a scam too. He could have got him a free iPad, and she could have got him one too, and said, "Hey, let's go have sex later on." It worked out. It could be a boyfriend. I don't trust everybody.
I don't trust anybody, man. I'm just telling you what.
If
But you know,
if that was wrong, he's wrong. But if it was a scam, she's wrong.
Shame on
And
her.
I feel sorry for the person delivering the package.
But that was great. Yeah, that poor FedEx driver probably was shocked. I mean, wouldn't you be shocked if all of a sudden you're getting ready to put that box down, Larry, and it's pop?
What was the conversation when they walked up? Like, hey, how you doing? Why are you walking next to me? I'll stay here. See, they never. I need the in between stuff. I need the backstory.
Oh, you're all cautious like that. Now you've seen too many of
What's
these
the
videos.
backstory, bro? Come on, man.
Because the person was walking right behind him.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, and she was all casual and cool. How does she know that the FedEx driver didn't set it up?
I seen another person that did that one time with a bicycle. They followed the delivery person up. The people were like working on the yard or some type of stuff like this. Guy follows him up the sidewalk and hops on the bike and takes off. And the homeowner comes out and she's asking the workers, what just happened? Where'd the guy go on my bike? And well, we thought he lived here. They're like no.
The FedEx driver could have called the guy and said, hey, check this out, homie. I got this iPad. Follow me.
Ooh, even more conspiracy.
Yeah, and then jack that joint and run off. And we got us one. And then who got the license plate number? The FedEx driver didn't.
I bet you nothing. Nope. No license number, no description, nothing.
It's
Nada.
not blaming the brother. He could have just been the middleman.
Yeah.
He's still guilty. He's still wrong.
I think we look at their phone records. There we go.
Come on, man. That's what we do.
I like the way you think.
We investigate shit.
I like the way you think. Anyhow, speaking of people, let's talk about people who don't think. And we're getting really close to our asshole of the week. Because, I mean, this moron is really coming close to he should almost deserve it. And that is, did you hear about the MSU coach? Spartan coach?
Michigan State University head football coach Mel Tucker wrote to an investigator back in March that he, quote, did not engage in misconduct by any definition. That's according to an investigative USA Today report. But his accuser, Brenda Tracy, says that's not true.
We are focused on prevention work with men.
Tracy is the founder of a nonprofit organization hired by MSU to speak to the football team about preventing sexual violence. She claims Tucker masturbated while on the phone with her. She says it was not consensual. But in a statement to CBS, Tucker claims it was an entirely mutual, private event between two adults living at opposite ends of the country. Sunday afternoon, it was announced Tucker would be suspended without pay from his $95 million multi-year job.
The university's objective has been and remains focused on conducting a fair, thorough, and unbiased investigation.
Yeah.
No, it's a setup, bro. You're not finna jeopardize some millions of dollars over busting a nut for a female.
$90 million contract, Larry.
That's a setup. She set him up.
And
set him up.
So, even if, how could he be that stupid? She was a rape survivor. They're giving talks upon sexual harassment. And he gives her a phone call where he's masturbating on the phone. I don't care, consensual or not. What are you, stupid?
Oh, no, he's stupid. But Tim, what guy's not stupid? How many of us have sign marriage contracts that don't benefit us? How many of us? how many of Tim? How many of us guys have been involved with women where the women were clearly gonna get the advantage, and then we're gonna get screwed? I'm like, well, that's what we do, Tim. That's what we do. We're guys. Just be honest. Don't look like that.
Yeah, but $90 million.
$90 million is different. But what if they had somewhere? What if he thought she was really feeling them? Women are incredible. Women are smart. Women can play guys. Women know.
Well, he got played big time because what's more, even more interesting in the whole situation is he's got this clause in his contract, even that if there's some type of allegations like that against him, they don't have to pay off his contract. Nothing. He just X'd out, bye, see you, go, bye.
Okay, but he was jacking off, masturbating. But
so yeah, but that thing, let's say they gave him $5 million up front. You're still on the rest of this contract. I mean, you're still out some serious ass cash. And you think his old lady's got to stick around?
Tim, guys do that all the time for not even millions. I'm like, we're a guy. Money is money. At the end of the day, do we really care about money? Do you really care about your money? When you die, where's your money gonna go? You gonna die with your money?
Hell no.
Okay, I'm just saying we're guys. We're wired different from women. He got caught up. He made a mistake, and she played him. He ain't stupid. She's attractive. I'm like, come on, bro. They probably had some see. They're not talking about the conversations and anything that happened in between what he did. They're talking about A and Z. What happened? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, Z. What? No one's talking about that, and I'm pretty sure that in between A and Z, a lot of things happened. For
apparently,
him
yeah, it wasn't just a one-time thing because she'd complained. He had bothered about if he weren't married, would she date him? This kind of BS. Blah,
was
blah,
he married?
Blah. Yeah. There's the other stupid thing. So now that's going to cost him. Let's say any money you do get. Wait, Larry. Okay, well,
Tim, I'm just
Larry, now we're going to give your wife 50% of, the money that you will be receiving because she's used to this lifestyle, which would be $45 million. Oh, but, I lost my job. Man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Larry.
Real quick. This is fast. Cousin of mine, he was in a relationship. He decided to go. He wasn't happy. He decided to go out there and do something with a female, a prostitute. She was an undercover cop. It cost him probation, money, and everything. Okay. Anytime that I'm not happy or whatever, and I'm married, I'll just bust a nut. I'll jack off. It ain't cost me shit.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
It ain't busting jack. It ain't cost me shit.
Porn's free on the internet. Sit there and pop a nut. It didn't cost you nothing.
It ain't got to be the internet. I used to be a player. I had some joints. So all I'm saying is, at the end of the day, brothers, man, that you listen, put me on both screens real quick. I'm gonna spit some knowledge to these guys. It ain't got to be workout stuff.
Okay, hang on just a second. Let's pop.
Okay, I'm gonna spit some knowledge because these guys need to hear this. Listen, fellas, at the end of the day, married, single. I don't care if you're a brother or whatever, ethnicity or race or whatever you call yourself or whatever. It's cheaper to just drink a drink, beat the meat, and be about yourself. You ain't gotta kill nobody. You ain't gotta spend money. Just bust a nut and have a drink and be happy. You ain't gotta have a drink. Just bust a jack off and get it out the way. Because you can go to a club without doing it and spend $5,000 or whatever you spend. But if you bust a nut and go to a club, a strip club or whatever, you ain't gonna spend nothing because you already got it out the way. Do not waste your nut and your money. No, waste your nut, not your money. Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Waste your nut, not
waste
your
your nut, not your money.
Yeah, man, because it's crazy. Because man, just bust it. He could have did that and then not lost $90 million. He could have just looked at her and then recorded some shit and say, "Send me your coochie and your titties and whatever, your toes or whatever his fetish is," and then play the video and then pop one off, and he still got $90 million.
That one hurts, man. That's a lot of ends.
masturbating is incredible.
That's
Masturbation
a
and
lot of
jacking off will
ends,
save your
Larry.
marriage.
I
It'll
would
save
hate
your
to
life.
lose that kind of money over a piece of ass.
I should be a masturbation advocate.
But you know what? Let's finish it off because we are where you want to be at the asshole of the week. You want to see the asshole? Well, guess what it comes down to? Again, some guy that just thinks he needs to get, what is that? A little coochie.
A viral video responsible for a police officer being suspended from duty. It shows an officer from Prince George's County, Maryland, getting affectionate with a woman at a public park, putting his arms around her waist, kissing her. Then they climb into the back seat of the police cruiser. Department says Officer Francisco Marlett has been suspended from duty, and the case is now being investigated. His wife, who is not the woman in the video, calls the incident, quote, embarrassing and painful. The video has been seen nearly 2.5 million times.
My wife showed me that he should have masturbated.
2.5 million views of you banging a prostitute.
He should have masturbated. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. The thing is, it's a love triangle. My wife told me about the whole thing.
Oh, wait, that's not a prostitute?
He was involved with another female. The female he was messing with, his wife knew her.
No.
There's a whole love triangle. Yep.
No, I thought that girl was probably a hoe.
So his wife, he was cheating on his wife with the female his wife knew, and they knew about it. He was dumbass.
Now wait a minute. So did she know and have those people film him on purpose?
Possibly.
I mean, now maybe that's a conspiracy
knew who
theory.
The female was, yeah, and my wife.
Yeah, how did they happen to? How did they happen to be there?
He's still wrong, man. He's supposed to be.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of interesting because they said he was in the back seat with her for like 30 minutes.
But he's supposed to be taking serving, not I'm trying to say something, not putting legs up and smashing. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, 30 minutes he was banging her in the back seat, apparently, because that's what the kids were saying. Some of it I cut out. Oh,
what's his salary? His salary was what, $70,000 on the 65,000 average. If he was jacked up, it would have been free.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, probably 70 to 80,000 being a.
He lost 90 million, and then he just lost 60,000. Fellas,
all over the cookie.
Tim, look, fellas.
I'm just telling you.
Stop playing. Get it out the way. Fuck it.
Well, there you go, man. And isn't that crazy? You got two guys that are just brazen idiots. I'm
not shocked, bro. I'm like, you understand, man. It's harder for women.
Why must they chase the cat? Why must they?
Yeah, it's harder for women, but it's harder for men because we have man tendencies.
What happened? They chasing the cat. You gotta get tripped up, right?
Do it a certain way. Damn that. You got to be smart.
How old is that song? And people still don't listen.
What's that?
How long you got to chase the cat?
That's what we're here for. That's our purpose, men and women.
There you go.
But I'm like, bro, you got to be smart. At the end of the day, chasing the cat is going to cost you your family, your job,
a lot of good stuff,
your power. You just got to just bust one, jack that joint, and move on. If you're gonna get caught, don't do it. Oh, all right, check this out. We finna go ahead and shut this down. LRE Fitness. You can check me out on Yelp. If you type in YELP. Am I right? Yep. Me on Yep. And you can see my little profile. I'm going to add some more pictures and everything to it. Or you can go to Instagram or Facebook, LRE Fitness Solutions. We keep you moving. Or Facebook, Instagram, Estelle Jr. Larry. Check me out. But this is my tip. I'm here for the tips. I'm going to promote my shirt, my company, fitness. I'm promoting fitness. I'm a company promoting fitness. Listen. People, at the end of the day, what you need to do when it comes to fitness is stretch. You have to stretch. Stretch is different. If you're going to do fast twitch exercises, which is sprinting, you really need to stretch more because you're going to have tight muscles. And then if you have tight muscles, you will pull those muscles. If you don't stretch properly, if you're doing fast twitch exercises is sprinting. Now, if you're running a mile or 2 miles or 8 miles or something like that, you still need to stretch, but you don't have to be that thorough. But even weightlifting, if you're lifting heavy weights, you should stretch thoroughly compared to if you're doing high reps and light weights. But at the end of the day, stretch so you won't pull muscles. You have great workouts and you'll feel better afterwards. So check me out, LRE Fitness Solutions, Facebook, Instagram. Yep, LRE. Just check me out. You'll find it. It's on Facebook, Instagram. Holla at me. Tim, hit them back.
Hit them back. Yeah, we'll put some knowledge on them anyhow. Yeah, why not? What a night.
Put some knowledge
hey,
on
you know what?
That's some black shit. Okay,
but Larry, in every age, it has been the tyrant, the oppressor, and the exploiter who has wrapped himself in the cloak of patriotism or religion. Ooh. Right? Think about that.
Yeah, I like that.
They always they hide, within that cloak of patriotism and a religion, or sometimes even both, to deceive and intimidate you people, all of us. Democracy acknowledges the right to differ as well as expel our differences peacefully. Authoritarianism, however, sees criticism as actions in doctrines as a hostile, towards their, acts as a hostile move. And, and I think you heard it in the rhetoric of the speech that we played just a little while ago that, be against me and watch what happens. So sometimes I say, be careful what you wish for, be careful what you vote for. And hey, people think, we're here to enlighten you again. Not to, sway you, but just to keep you heads up into what the hell is really going on in this world. I can't say any more, Larry. Sometimes I just get, amazed at, the state of the world. And as I think we've said before, I sometimes think it's a lot easier for people to divide and conquer. And what we really need to do is, come together as a nation. And I think we've discussed several ways to do that tonight.
Hey, I'm going to say, Tim, the world is not crazy. Now, hear people saying that people are crazy. So they need to stop being crazy, and they need to go out there and exercise and get rid of that negative energy.
You heard it from Larry. And if you can't figure it out, LRE Fitness, they keep you moving. And that's what we got to do is we got to keep on moving because, hey, there's still a whole lot of week to take care of, and Larry and I both got a whole lot more to do. And all we say is, hey, y'all take care, stay blessed, and until next week, hey, man, peace. We'll see you. Bye.
Do you think this should be a Christian country?
Oh, I do. I do.
This is a crusade. This is a holy war against the deep state. Donald Trump is our instrument for retribution.
We were founded on God, and Democrats are taking them away.
There is no separation of church and state. It's a fabrication. It's a fiction. It's not in the Constitution. It's made up by secular humanists.
How about reconciling separation of church and state, which we were founded on?
I don't think that's right. I do not think that's right. They should have never did that.
The church is supposed to direct the government. The government is not supposed to direct the church.
Could I make a statement about national defense? Yeah. The biggest threat to America today is not communism. It's moving America toward a fascist theocracy. And everything that's happened during the Reagan administration is steering us right down that pipe.
Oh, Mr. Zapp, you're not really serious if you're saying we're going toward a fascist theocracy.
That's right, we are. When you have a government that prefers a certain moral code derived from a certain religion, and that moral code turns into legislation to suit one certain religious point of view, and if that code happens to be very, very right-wing, almost toward Attila the Hun.
Well, then you are an anarchist. Every form of civil government is based on some kind of morality, Frank.
Morality in terms of behavior, not in
course.
terms of theology.